have more for you.
And how might I help the garrison today?
I haven't seen any of those beastly blue eyes. Do be careful.
I will. Someone's brave.
Ambrosia.
Guard dogs. A specimen of these two.
This way.
No match for you, Atel. Ready, go? The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the... His interests were certainly varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time. Hand me the book. Leave it.
Your care. Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive, but we have other means. We shall claim the book here.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of man. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
We are trying to protect people from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book, for now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait! Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about. Come on. Run like the wind. Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a...
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way? That you're not... one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. Fly, Ambrosia. Enough of you, are there? That'll do, girl. Harmon's madness lives on. Rest in peace. Let's go. Faster! straight home now. I can walk from here. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Conditioning. Disposed of. I wasn't exaggerating. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. A forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? Rise only of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Nice try.
I hear that you traveled to Ash. Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did.
If I may? The bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survive. All their names are here. The ones we lost, my friends. My light in those dark. I can still remember their faces. Like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. Never to no explanation, never off.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, huh?
But why did I make it out alive? When so many others died in that...
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach. And the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know, and in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you.
Do you suppose it's magic? The thing afloat.
What else could it be?
So there's a new mother. Passing over it, don't see the hen split.
What do I owe the honor? What do you want? No scratches, all right? That it? Fine.
First the skies, then the crystal. What next?
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. Lawsman Hippocrates, I received your...
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion. but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor. This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideout. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was to supervise, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the Dragoons. I had not expected to meet with him again.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, but as you say, that was Ultima's doing.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when the blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on...
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and...
Well, it can't hurt. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please...
Ready, go? Straight home now. We're not going to outrun this one. Stay close, Torvald.
lost here, me.
Should have picked us.
Welcome, welcome. You've a keen eye. An excellent choice. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Ready, go?
No holding back. Thanks, Gal. isn't to be trifled with. not to be trifled with. Let's go.